As of August 4th, 2025, Tropical Storm Dexter has formed in the western Atlantic Ocean, marking the fourth named storm of this year's Atlantic hurricane season. While it poses no immediate threat to U.S. land areas, its appearance underscores a ramp-up in regional storm activity and highlights climate-related factors fueling the season's intensity, position, and strength. As of Monday morning, Dexter is located approximately 250 to 255 miles northwest of Bermuda, moving east-northeast at roughly 12 miles per hour with sustained winds near 45 miles per hour, 72 kilometers per hour. Trajectory and impact. Forecast models indicate it will head into the open Atlantic, staying well north of Bermuda, with no U.S. coastal watches or warnings in effect. Intensity outlook. Slight strengthening is possible, potentially peaking at 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers per hour, by Tuesday. However, increasing upper-level wind shear and dry air are expected to limit significant intensification. Dexter's forecast to transition to a post-tropical system by around August 6th and likely dissipate by August 9th. Storm characteristics. Despite limited strength, Dexter's tropical storm force winds extend up to 115 miles from its center, making it mainly a concern for sea-based interests rather than coastal communities. Season timeline. The official Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st through November 30th, with peak activity typically from mid-August to mid-September. Seasonal forecasts. Early projections from Colorado State University and NOAA suggest the season will be above average, with an estimated 13 to 19 named storms, 6 to 10 hurricanes, and 3 to 5 major hurricanes, Category 3+. Accumulated cyclone energy, ACE, is predicted between 125 and 175, slightly above the historical average of 123. Regional risks. Coastal areas facing elevated risk include the Gulf Coast, Florida Panhandle, the Carolinas, and Atlantic Canada. While rare, storms can still threaten areas farther north if weather systems phase just right. Ocean conditions. Dexter formed over sea surface temperatures around 29 degrees Celsius 84 degrees Fahrenheit, roughly 1.5 degrees Celsius above normal, especially in parts where tropical development is uncommon. This aligns with climate-driven ocean warming trends. Early season weakness. The first three storms, Andrea, Bear, and Chantal, were short-lived and formed in higher latitudes outside typical tropics, resulting in a combined ACE of about 2.5, far lower than the average of 9.1 days of named storm activity by early August. Heat anomaly link. Climate analyses show that such unusually warm ocean temperatures in Dexter's formation zone were made 400 times more likely by human-caused warming. Southeastern U.S. disturbance. A low-pressure system offshore Georgia, the Carolinas, and northern Florida carries around a 30% chance of tropical development over the next 7 days. Even if it remains disorganized, it may bring 2 to 4 inches of rain, gusty winds, rough surf, and flash flooding risks along coastal areas. Tropical wave from Africa. A tropical wave emerging from West Africa holds a stronger 50% chance of development as it moves into the central Atlantic. While models diverge widely, some suggest it could approach the Bahamas or East Coast by next week, with uncertain strength and timing. Dexter's formation spotlights an ongoing trend toward earlier and more frequent named storms at higher latitudes, possibly tied to climate-driven warmer sea surface temperatures. Even though its impact is minimal, its early arrival signals the Atlantic entering a more active season phase, especially as the season's climatological peak begins to kick in. Authorities remind residents in hurricane-prone regions not to become complacent. Even with inactive weather currently, forecasters emphasize that preparedness should be ongoing, especially between mid-August and October, when storm formation is historically most frequent. Tropical Storm Dexter may not threaten land, but it highlights a broader pattern, a season shaped by hotter oceans and increasing storm potential. As the Atlantic enters its climactic mid-season phase, coastal zones should once again gear up for possible escalation. Early season lull does not guarantee safety, especially when warming trends hint at a stronger, more active season ahead.